What's up, guys? It's Veekanine, and welcome to a very special edition of the Wolfgang podcast. I got Frank and Jino here with me. Say hi, guys.
Let's go. Hello.
Jaws.
And it is a very special edition because the Nintendo Switch 2 has just been officially revealed by Nintendo themselves. It happened this morning. We're recording this in the afternoon the same day. So we're so excited. Oh my god, Switch 2. Oh, it was crazy. And yeah, we're gonna just kind of, we're gonna watch a trailer again. We've already seen it, but we're gonna watch it with you guys again here on the podcast. And yeah, then we're just gonna talk about it because it was short, but it had a lot, and there's a lot to talk about. And especially since it's the three of us, I'm sure we can, have a good discussion about it. But yeah, just before we watch the trailer together, just want to kind of get into the backstory about how we came to this moment today. The rumors were there, the big one, Nate the Hate on the podcast on Monday, I believe, just outright claiming, hey guys, I know when the Switch is going to be revealed. Do you guys want to know when? And his podcast host said, yeah, Nate, I think everyone wants to know. And he said, this Thursday, January 16th is when it's going to be revealed. So everyone had hopes. VGC, Eurogamer, every video game news article corroborated Nate the Hate's claim, and all eyes were locked in on Thursday. But what we expected that didn't happen was in Nintendo, usually when it comes to a direct, the day before they'll post a tweet about it saying, hey, tune in tomorrow. Even with the Switch 1 reveal trailer, the night before, they said, tune in tomorrow, the trailer drops. So Wednesday night, just last night, we were all waiting for that. I was waiting in the morning. It didn't happen in the morning. I started hard copium that, okay, Switch 1, they tweeted that at 8:30 at night. So I'll wait till 8:30 at night on the Wednesday here. And that passed, and they tweeted about like Donkey Kong, and it was Jover. It was so over. But then, yeah, like I was shiny hunting live to maybe get my reaction on it, and it just didn't happen. My spirits were down. I literally told you guys, I'm sad. My spirits are down. Like what? No, like it was looking grim. But then even till into the night, people were adding Nate the Hate, saying, "Yo, you're on thin ice, pal. Like, what's going on? Where is it?" And he was like, "Guys, I said January 16th. It is the 15th. Trust the process." So then I wake up today, my alarm goes on at 7. I go on Twitter, okay, you know what I see on Twitter? I see Christopher Dring, insider as well, doing this cryptic, like, tweet thing about, like, Switch 2 and lunchtime. I'm gonna read the tweet, actually. I sent it to you guys this morning. Chris said on Twitter, I read this thing, like, at 7 a.m., I can't work out what to do for my lunch today. Do I have a sandwich or some soup? Or perhaps I should switch between the two. Obviously teasing Switch 2 there. And then I just saw his comments. Everyone was like, oh, like what time do you eat lunch? And he was like, people usually go for 12, but I'm gonna eat lunch at 1. And then someone was like, oh, I'm really curious, what time zone are you in? And it was like, oh yeah, I'm in the UK. So in my mind's okay, Switch 2, 1 p.m. in the UK. I check my phone. It's 7:15. I check my phone. 1 o'clock in the UK is in 45 minutes. So I rush out, I shower, I eat breakfast. By the time I'm done, it's 8:04. I check Twitter at 8:04. The first thing I see, well, I don't see anything at first. I see like I see like Cerebi say like Nintendo Switch 2 officially revealed. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Yo. And I'm like going through everything, trying to find it. And then I start seeing like the Japanese Nintendo accounts are saying something like, hey, there's an update. So I'm like, yo, it's actually happened. So I raced to my laptop to get my reaction, and I watched the Switch 2 reveal. So it happened. Nate the Hate was right. You guys all want to clown him. He was right. He said trust the process. January 16th. It happened. Nintendo just dropped the trailer early in the morning, like around 8:15 in the morning. So that was crazy. And yeah. I watched it. I messaged these two on our Instagram group chat, and they wouldn't fucking wake up. Jesus Christ! Like,
I was still asleep, man. By the time I woke up, I was like, I saw your message. I'm like, oh shit, it's actually out. And I had to go race to Twitter. I was like, okay, let me check the account. I saw a post about the Nintendo Direct. I'm like, oh, here's the trailer. I watched the trailer. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It do be insane.
Yeah. So that's what's led us all here. We watched the trailer, and yeah, it's been real. It was really good. Like, dude, I liked it. A lot of people are saying like it's a bit underwhelming, but like, the thing I'll say about this, we're gonna watch it here in a second on the podcast. If you let the leaks really dictate your judgment of this trailer, like, that's your own fault. The leaks aren't supposed to happen. We were not supposed to know that magnetic Joy-Con. We were not supposed to know, like, you know, the color scheme of this thing. Like, we're not supposed to know that. In a perfect world, all of that in the trailer was like we were blind to. Now, I personally was expecting this stuff because I've seen the leaks. I've seen the Joy-Con leaks. I fully expected to see the Joy-Con we saw today in that trailer. But still, I'm saying it's a good trailer. It was great. Good job, Nintendo. Nice little beginning to the Switch 2 era. But yeah, without further ado, do you guys want to watch the trailer again? This is the first time all three of us are watching it together as well, and we'll watch it here live on the podcast. So you guys ready?
Let's go.
Sir.
Let's go. All right. Trailer time. It's up. Here we go. Gonna press play in 3, 2, 1, go. The ominous Nintendo. This thing. The OG Switch, that's the one I have, guys. Exact same color and everything. Detaches. Bigger screen.
Mario Mushroom.
Yeah, Mario Mushroom. And do the sound effects of this trailer as well. Nice. ASMR, bro. Nice. Oh. USB-C at the top. The U-shaped kickstand.
That kickstand is sick. I like it.
Look at how nice that is.
And it goes so far. Oh my god.
Yeah. Joy-Con. Ooh, bigger. Nice, sleek. The black. And then the accents. Yo.
Okay.
So yeah, just like we saw the leaks, this is exactly what the leaked Joy-Cons look like. Specifically, we really got a good look at the blue one. So yeah, looks exactly the same. Oh, cinema, look at that. Oh. Hall effect joysticks, I hope. Yeah. Huge. This part, yo. We'll talk about this.
Yeah, the attachment.
The mouse.
Oh, it plugs in.
Oh, it's magnets. Nice.
Yeah, magnets, and you plug
the
it in.
Sound.
It's so big. Look at that.
2. Nintendo Switch 2. Whew. The official logo and everything.
So big.
Sleek. And
it's pretty
boom,
sleek.
There it is. New Mario Kart. That is new Mario Kart teased. The dock. There's the dock.
Yeah, the dock is sleek. It's
nice
so
and
sleek.
Rounded. Yeah, your little thing for the Joy-Con there. Nice.
More Mario. Oh my god.
Yeah, 2025. Play Switch 2 exclusives and is backwards compatible as well. Look at the size comparison there. I'm going from that one on the left to this one when I buy it. Switch 2 Direct in April 2nd. Switch 2 Experience, like hands-on events around the world. And yeah, there we go. That is the trailer. Epic times. All right. Yeah, that was the trailer. Pretty sleek. And yeah, I think sleek is the word I've seen everyone online use to describe this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sleek looking. It's, yeah, no better word to describe it. It's sleek. It's nice. We really like it. And yeah. So, that is the Switch 2. So, I mean, I guess I can kind of pose to you guys, like, how do we feel after that dropped? Like, what do we say in chat? Yo,
they were right.
They were right.
The
leakers are right.
The leakers were 100% right. Everything, like so many things sounded so outlandish. Like What do you mean there's like a mouse sensor and you're gonna put the Joy-Con on the side? Who would do that? Like, no, that's a thing. The magnets, the color scheme, like everything
The
was right.
attachments.
Yeah, the attachments I didn't actually know of. Like for the mouse thing, like that thing they slotted into, I didn't know about that.
It still looks a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, it's probably bigger, and I think, well, also these new Joy-Con, they're more rounded, so they're probably a more comfortable feel in the hand. So
And they're bigger. They're way bigger.
yeah, they're bigger. They're comfortable feeling. Like I feel like they're trying to replicate, like when it comes to the mouse part, like put your right hand on your mouse right now, like that curve on it. It's trying to kind of replicate that. Is it going to feel the exact same? No, but they're trying to replicate it, and I think it'll work. I don't know how many games will take advantage of this. We'll probably get into that more in the podcast, but yeah, cool feature. I think that's gonna be fun. I'm sure there's like Mario Party games and stuff that can use that for mini games. Who knows? Mario Maker 3. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, really cool. I think the biggest highlights for me in this trailer here was honestly, just the sleek design overall. The one thing, like, and again with the sleek design, not just the colors, it just everything's very rounded. They really like put a polished, like rounded finish on everything, like the console, the kickstand, the Joy-Con, the dock. Like everything has got this like rounded finish, which I hope feels very comfortable to hold. Like everything, like all around, like it's gonna be comfortable to hold. That's what I kind of hope. But yeah, Jino, how we feeling? Leaks were true, but how we feeling? Like you seeing this? Because I feel like I don't talk to you too much about the leaks. I talk to Frank about them a lot, but
I think it looks good. It's sleek.
Less boxy.
Yes.
It's what?
Less boxy.
Yeah, less boxy than the original Switch. I mean, the original Switch is right here. I'm looking at it right now on my shelf. Very rectangular.
I don't think like too much about like the boxy. Like I don't really mind that.
Yeah, I think the sleek look is like, I don't know, just like, I think the thing with the Switch 1 is that it's a good console, but it can really cater to kids. Like those neon Joy-Cons, like it feels very kid and like the thing I always say about my Switch is, guys, I never play in handheld mode because I think the Switch, it feels so fragile. It feels cheap, it feels fragile. I'm so scared I'm gonna break it if I drop it. This one, I feel like with the whole rounded edges and the whole black, and then like the little pops of color, it's to give it this more like premium feel. This sleek premium, like, kids can enjoy this, but like this is something that looks good in your gaming setup. You know? It's not meant to be pop and like all flashy for the kids. It's trying to be sleek for the adults, The kids that had a Switch, it's been 8 years, are adults probably now, or late teens adults. So they want something a little sleeker. So yeah.
Yeah,
I see what you mean. I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
it definitely is. Even my OLED is like, yeah. Even the OLED is like for kids almost, but just a bigger screen.
Yeah. I'm not saying like obviously like the Switch is for everyone. I'm not calling the Switch a kid console. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying color wise, like, and look wise,
color
like,
scheme wise,
yeah. But like this, you can see it's trying to do so. Like the design choice they made, they're trying to appeal to people who want this kind of look. And I mean, like, okay, I'll just say, like, parallels with like the Steam Deck or Lenovo Legion. Like those things are like gaming, like mean looking, kind of like. Okay, this is a big boy console. Nintendo's trying to replicate that with this design here, which I think they're doing. Like it's working really well. It looks nice. I really like it. So yeah. But Frank, how you feeling, Frank? How you feeling after watching this trailer?
Chills. Good. Feels like definitely better than the PS5 Pro announcement, for sure.
For sure.
You're gonna see. I'm probably see. People are gonna definitely upgrade from their old one, most likely.
Yeah.
So it definitely looks sleek, in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah, I think in due time, most people will. Because for context, to the listeners, Jino doesn't have a Switch. I will be giving him my old one. I have the OG model from 2017. I didn't buy it in 2017, but the model I have is the one that they made in 2017. And Frank has a Switch OLED, so he got that. When did that come out? 2021, I believe.
Yeah. I think I got it around the same year or
Yeah.
a year after.
Yeah, so Frank has the OLED, so we kind of come from different backgrounds in terms of like how we view this console and like what we're thinking about it in terms of visualizing the upgrade to it. And I think for me it hits the most because it's like going from the OG to this is a huge jump. Like going from the OLED to this, so what Frank would potentially do, it's still a good jump. Like you're getting a bigger screen and you're getting a sleek console. But just the difference between the OG model from 2017 to this is like stark. That screen size, like, is amazing. Like I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited to play in handheld. Like that's the one thing I was hoping the Switch 2 would do for me. Like on top of good games, like better graphics and all this stuff. I really hoped it would be like this case of I want to play in handheld. Compel me to like lay in my bed and start playing like, Tears of the Kingdom or Animal Crossing or whatever it is, Mario Kart. Like I want to be like feel compelled to like play it in handheld mode as much as I can. And I think it's doing that for me. So yeah, my hype is like at a 10 right now. I think this was a great first look trailer from Nintendo. I will admit though, one thing about why they didn't pre-announce it the night before, because you were on the stream with me. I was waiting for them to pre-announce it with the whole tweet of like tune in tomorrow for the reveal of Switch 2 or the Switch successor. But that didn't happen. I've been seeing talk, and I have some personal opinion onto why they chose to not do that teaser like tune in tomorrow tweet for a reason. They chose to shadow drop this on purpose, and there's two reasons. The first one is, well, I guess they're kind of the same reason. It's because of the leaks, right? It's the leaks. With everything leaking, even the date, January 16th was the leaked date. The Joy-Con was leaked, like we know what it looks like. The Genki showing the thing at CES, like their stuff, like Genki showed a good portion of what this would look like already. We kind of got a good idea from it already. The last semblance Nintendo had of this ever being a surprise would have come from the trailer itself. If Nintendo chose to play with us and just shadow drop this, and it was a surprise. That was the only thing surprising about this trailer, in theory, right? The fact that, like, when it came out. If we knew about this before, right? If they did the pre-announcement tweet, it's like, okay, just as expected. Nate the Hate said it on the podcast. He was right. Let's go. But that night of like, yo, you're on thin ice, buddy. Like, is it gonna happen? What are we doing? There was a moment when like we were all in despair and panic because it was like, oh my god, it might not happen. But then in a blink of an eye, Nintendo's just like, yeah, here's an update. Here's the Switch 2 trailer. First look. That was surprising, and Nintendo did keep that surprise. So that's a reason I think they did not pre-announce the announcement. That is why this thing just dropped this morning with no prior warning the night before. Another reason I think they also shadow dropped this is because, with all the leaks, like, look, we just watched that trailer. What did we see? Bigger screen, the new Joy-Con, the U-shaped kickstand, the mouse sensor functionality. All this is stuff that leaked before, right? Like, if you're like me who follows all the leaks, like, it's definitely cool to see this in an official capacity. But the ideas and the rumblings about this happening was always still there. Like, this is exactly what I expected. Which is a good thing. I'm not trashing Nintendo on that. Like, this is expected and it looks sleek, it's nice. But this trailer, like the 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this trailer, wasn't, like, completely shocking to me. For others that don't know the leaks, it was. But for me, and a lot of Nintendo fanatics, it, maybe like not even half of this was a surprise. So that's also why I think they chose to not pre-announce it. Because then we would have gotten hyped and then watched it and been like, well, hey, we know all this already. I already know it's going to be black and blue and black and red Joy-Con. I already know magnets. So that's another reason I think
Makes
they
sense.
chose to just drop it. But yeah, like to be fair, like for anyone kind of like listeners out there that are like, oh man, like that was so like mid, like underwhelming, you cannot let the leaks dictate your impressions of this trailer because the leaks were never supposed to happen. It's really unfortunate for Nintendo that this thing leaked out. It's super unfortunate. It should not have happened. In a perfect world for them, that was 2 minutes and 20 seconds of us being just in complete shock. Magnets would have been hype. The colors would have been hype. Everything. Like, so, yeah. It was a great trailer, so I'm not taking away from that. Even though, like, stuff leaked, I'm not taking away from the trailer itself. It was a great trailer. Anyways, let's kind of delve into some more. We're all pretty hype. We mentioned the sleek design. What do we think of the colors specifically? Let's go like the Joy-Con, black and red and black and blue. Actually, well, question. I've seen people call this thing that right Joy-Con orange. What do you guys call that? Are you calling that red or orange?
Slightly red, more orange than red. If it was red, it would be a little more darker than anything.
I've just seen debate. I personally, like, you can disagree. Like, I've seen everyone call it orange. Maybe it's because I have the neon red and blue Joy-Con sitting next to me all day. I still see it as like red. I see that as red and blue, not orange and blue.
I see orange too.
Okay.
I think it's a lighter. It's way lighter than.
Yeah, no, I definitely see the sounds of orange for
describe
sure.
it.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe, but I'm curious to what kind of other Joy-Con colors they're gonna make.
Yeah, we'll get into that as well. I wonder what other like things, other colors they'll have, or I mean, like, well, keep in mind. Well, actually, one thing that you kind of brought you're making me think about, Frank. The console itself, the inside where it magnetically attaches, that's also colored.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like the blue attaches to the blue, the orangey red attaches to the red. Okay, Gino just sent me the hex value.
Is that orange, guys? Is that really orange?
Okay, yeah, that's orange. Yeah, that's orange.
Maybe
that's more orange, leaning orange.
What Gino just sent that to me. That looks orange. Yeah. Okay, it's orange,
that's
but
actual, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, it's orange, guys. I'm wrong. Clown on me. It's orange. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, the inside of it is colored as well. The blue Joy-Con attaches to the blue inside of the console. The orange Joy-Con attaches to the orange part of the console inside. So if they were to do new colors, it's not just the Joy-Con that get new colors, it's also the console itself, right? The inside of the console has to be colored as well. Like, for example, pick two colors. Pick green and purple, for example. The Joy-Con would have to have those green and purple like hints, but then the inside of the console would also need it, to match up. If they were to do other colors. Now they don't necessarily need that because it really does also come down to like, the plus and minus. They also have that as an indicator. For Joy-Con as well, but just interesting. I wonder what other colors they can have. Personally, guys, I want to see if in this April 2nd Direct, if we do get another colorway, I would love if we got exactly what we saw here, just change the black to white.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if they reverse the color, like put white, make a white
Everything
version
that
of
we
it?
saw that's black is white, so it's gonna be white and blue and white and orange, and the dock's white. That would be nice, and if they do that, I think that might be one I lean towards. But yeah, nonetheless, this is still sleek. Like, I would line up to get this day one. If this is the one I got, like this colorway, like I would really like it. It's nice. It's sleek. It's how many times are we gonna say sleek in this podcast?
We're gonna say it a lot.
It's
I
sleek,
feel like
guys.
I feel like they could make the colors darker, like a darker blue and a darker red.
Is it possible? Yeah.
So, or flip it completely, like make the entire the controller red but the inside black or white.
Oh yeah, that could be cool. Yeah.
That'd be sick. But yeah, I'm also looking at their Joy-Con color waves. They also have like a green and pink, a mint and like a purple, and there's like pink Joy-Cons.
Yeah, they have so much for the
Yeah.
current Switch now. So like, I wonder what kind of colorways they'll have later down the line. Like, well, I'll pose this question: do you think like in 2025 we're gonna actually see more colorways, or do you think they're gonna keep it at just this one for now, and we're not gonna see like new colors until like maybe next year? What do you guys think?
Probably.
I don't think we'll see new colors until next year. That's my thought. I don't know.
Yeah, no, fair, honestly. Because I'm thinking, like, I feel like they'll have stuff out, like, they'll have launch colors. Like, they'll have this. This is the launch one. This is the default, right? And then maybe, I fingers crossed there's a white one. If there's a white one, just change the black to white. That'd be really sleek. And I think it will stay at that for a long time. Like, it'll stay like that, and then we won't hear about new colors until, like, 2026. Maybe. That's just kind of my thought. I don't know how big they want to go on like colors right off the bat, or they want to save like special colors for like special editions of the console. So yeah, just my thought on the colorways there. But yeah, I think it's sleek. I really like the black and red. Black and orange and black and blue. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, I like what they did. It's like, for me personally, right? Because my Switch is the left Joy-Con is the neon blue and the right Joy-Con is the neon red. So if I upgrade to this, it's like, the past of my Switch's past is still in this. The blue and the orangey red is still there. So maybe I will upgrade to this exact color, regardless. I'll see. But yeah, really nice, really fun. Love that a lot. The colors, sleek, nice. But other things we can talk about. That screen size. At the very beginning of the trailer, we saw that screen size increase. What are we saying about that, chat, gang? You think
Better. I like bigger.
Bigger is better for sure, because
Mhm.
it's like the other handheld consoles.
Yeah.
Like the other ones.
The Steam.
I thought the bezel
Yeah, go
would be
on.
thinner.
Yeah, same. So I talked about that in my reaction. Well, the thing is, I think it needs the bezel because since those new Joy-Con have those like colored bits stick out, and they're gonna have to really push into the console, you do need bezel, to hide it. Underneath that thick black stripe of bezel is where that colored part of the Joy-Con will be. So you do need bezel, but I will agree. Like the nitpicky thing that was like kind of like a for me was I looked at this, I was like, there's bezel. Because the OLED's great. The OLED right now, I'm pretty sure the bezel's really thin. Like it's
thin.
really
It's
thin.
The screen
Like,
size is big. It's thin.
The screen size is big and your bezel's really thin on the OLED. This one, the screen is big, but there's still there is noticeable bezel. But I think that the nature of this console and the way it's made, like I just said, the way the new Joy-Con are, you need to have bezel because when you magnetically attach those Joy-Con into the Switch 2, you need bezel to hide the colored part. You can't not have that. So I think it needs bezel. Even if we get an OLED down the line, assuming this is an LCD panel, we'll get an OLED edition down the line. I still think that OLED's going to need to have some bezel because, yeah. So it's
Just
the one nitpicky thing for me about it all is just that bezel. So
yeah, I thought it would be thinner than. I just thought it would be thinner. I didn't expect it to be that thick.
Yeah.
Because since the screen size is bigger too, so.
Yeah. But I think the key thing to also remember is it's not like the bezels means we're getting less screen size. Like the screen size is still bigger, regardless. That bezel is there, but the screen size is bigger, regardless. Like OLED, it's bigger than the OLED. I can't remember how big the OLED screen size is. I want to say it's like 7 or something. I can't remember. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. OLED screen size. Switch OLED screen size, I should say. 7-inch OLED screen on the Switch. Oh, yeah. On the OLED has 7 inches. What is the original? Okay, here, I have it. The original Switch, the OG model from 2017, the one I have, the screen size is 6.2 inches. And then the OLED is 7. Nice. I don't know the exact specs of the Switch 2. I believe it's said to be 8-inch. 8-inch
Should
screen.
be.
8-inch screen, and then you have the bezel around that 8 inches. So,
Yeah.
regardless, my point with the whole screen size is regardless whether you're upgrading from the OG, the Lite, the OLED to the Switch 2, you're getting increased screen size, and it's going to be noticeable. Like an inch for a screen size difference is noticeable, like massively. Like bro, like Switch OG to Switch OLED was 0.8 of an increase. We're getting a whole 1 inch increase from the OLED, which I don't even have. So for me, it's gonna look nice. Like
It's gonna feel
look
nice.
nice. So yeah, that's the screen size. I'm super happy about it. Like we said, the bezel is the minor thing about this for me. It's not a deal breaker. I'm not gonna like think it's an eyesore or anything like that. I would be mad if the bezel was the reason like we didn't get like even more screen size, but honestly 8 inches is fine. That's great. I think that's reasonable. Yeah. It's good. What's the size of the Steam Deck? Do you guys know the screen size of the Steam Deck? Steam Deck.
No,
I'll be doing a lot of comparisons with like other handhelds on the market right now. Let's see. Screen size. The Steam Deck has a 7.4-inch diagonal screen, so it's bigger than the Steam Deck by 0.6. So
Okay.
that's cool. I mean, I assume I don't actually know the exact specs if it is 8 inches on the Switch 2. I could be wrong. But yeah, regardless, I think it's gonna be good. Regardless. So yeah, screen size really cool, nice. The kickstand, the U-shaped kickstand, huge, massive. The kickstand on the OG Switch sucks. It's good on the OLED, right, Frank? Frank would know. He has an OLED.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. My flimsy little Gino, I'm sorry. When you get this Switch, the kickstand's gonna suck, bro. It's gonna suck. It is terrible, bro. Holy.
Gino's getting a downgrade.
Gino. Frank and I are gonna flex our kickstands. Gino doesn't have that rink dink thing. It's gonna, bro. So yeah, the kickstand though, really cool. The U shape as well, really nice, cool, sleek feel.
It goes so far too.
Yeah,
You can literally put it down like far.
yeah, and I think a big reason for that, right? Maybe getting ahead of myself in the podcast. The whole mouse functionality. Here's what I'll say this. We'll talk about it more when we get to the mouse sensor segment of the podcast. I really envision that what Nintendo maybe wants us to do as a gameplay like feature is like here. Microsoft, I know, signed a deal with Nintendo for the next 10 years to ensure that Call of Duty games come to Nintendo consoles. So in other words, Call of Duty games will come day and date to the Nintendo Switch too. Assuming that they're gonna maybe make use of that mouse sensor functionality, I can see someone taking their Switch out of the dock, using that kickstand, putting it on their desk at whatever angle they please, chilling on their chair, the Switch 2's there in tabletop mode, nice kickstand, they're holding their Joy-Con and playing Call of Duty. Like they're holding the Joy-Con like a mouse playing Call of Duty, and the console's just there on the desk being supported by that nice kickstand. That's what I think. Like, that's what I'm envisioning as, like, that's what Nintendo wants us to do if for games that use the mouse functionality. Because let's be real, like, you're not using the mouse functionality, like if you have the console on the TV, where are you sitting to use the mouse functionality? If you're sitting on the couch, how are you going to use the mouse? Like, if you're laying back on the couch and the TV's in front of you. Like, I feel like the mouse thing is going to be, like, a big thing for, like, playing in tabletop mode.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, nice kickstand. It's nice. It's just, yeah. Also, like, I don't know if you noticed in the trailer, like, I don't know how to describe this about the kickstand. It's got this... Well, actually, two things about the kickstand as well. Okay, I'm getting so ahead of myself. I'm so excited. Holy shit. The kickstand at the very like top of it, it's got those like I don't know what you call it. It's got this like extra support, I guess, made to support the weight of the console way better. Maybe that's just the reason it's able to go down so much and support the weight of the console. Um,
Oh yeah,
that
it's
has
got these hinges.
yeah, those like two things at the very top, like where the U shape touches the desk, the
Yeah, I
white
see it.
floor, and then at the top there, it's got those like thingies. I feel like that might be to support weight, or maybe that also helps it like flex down nicer. But yeah. But another thing about the Switch 2 that I actually like took notice of after the fact, and I went to compare to my OG Switch. You see at the bottom of the console how it's like rubber. You see that, Frank? I don't know if you see it in the if you have the trailer pulled up.
Which part?
Go to
Which
the
part of the
trailer.
trailer?
39 seconds.
Yeah, I'm there.
So you see the U-shaped kickstand, right?
Oh, on the main console, like
On the
there's like
console, there's like rubber feet. The console never touches the desk. It's
yeah.
it's those tiny little rubber feet that touch the desk. So I thought that was really nice. Like that is a nice little quality of life. You're never gonna dink your Switch on your desk because it's always gonna be the rubber that touches it. So I thought
I
that
guess
was
it's to
really
help it
cool.
make. I think it's helped to stabilize it more because if you notice, the
Yeah,
stand goes pretty far down. It's
yeah,
like a tablet almost.
yeah. Let me see. It goes down. Oh yeah, you're right. I
It
just
goes
played ahead and
really down.
it
It's like
goes.
it's like one of those iPad cases.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because if that rubber wasn't there, that
It would
Switch
slide.
it would slide off. It would just slide
It
and
would
fall back
slide
on
right off.
itself. So that rubber's yeah, you're right, Frank. It is to support the console. I also like the fact that the console will never touch the actual desk when you put it in tabletop mode. But yeah, you're 100% right. I think that's definitely to make it not slide when you put it all the way back. So yeah, it's really really cool. Nice thing about the kickstand there that I really liked. So yeah, kickstand super nice, nice low quality of life. I love those little rubber feet. Which it compels me to play in handheld mode. Not hand, yeah, not handheld mode already, but tabletop mode. I feel compelled to play in tabletop mode. Like me, wherever you go at the restaurant, whatever. Bring the Switch, put it on the table, hand you the Joy-Con. I feel comfortable doing that now. Like if I brought my Switch 1 like to the next like hangout we do, right? And I try to put that on the table, I'd be so scared of it breaking and falling. You know? But
Yeah.
with this one, I feel confident. The rubber feet are there. We got the nice kickstand. It's nice. I feel like I think a big takeaway for me from this Switch 2 reveal trailer is just like I'm confident that Nintendo has built a durable console. They've thought of like little things so that little kids, they're all over the place. They're chaotic with consoles that can break stuff. Like they done stuff to kind of like child proof or clumsy proof like this console, which is nice. Like, oh, don't worry. Like, if you like, let's say we're playing the Switch 2's on the desk. We're at the restaurant. You reach over for your glass of like whatever you got to drink. Your elbow accidentally dinks my console. If that was the Switch 1, then it's gonna topple over, right? But with this one, it won't because they thought about durability and keeping it sturdy, which I really like. So good little quality thing there with the kickstand. And then yeah, we also got a bunch of other ports. There's a USB-C at the top. That was a new thing they showed right off the bat. USB-C at the top. I saw a lot of people like kind of wondering what that's for. I think I know what it might be for. I'll take a guess. The current Switch right now is if you want to charge it right in like handheld mode, like not in the dock, you have to plug in the USB-C port at the bottom. I believe the OLED's also like that as well. You have to plug it in from the bottom of the console. So I think there still is the USB-C at the bottom. Of course, that's how it's going to go into the dock. But also, if you ever want to charge your Switch while it's not in the dock, you want to charge your Switch while it's in tabletop mode, that's what that USB-C port is for. You can charge a Switch from two points, the bottom or the top. That's what I think. So yeah, that would be really, really cool if that's what they chose if that's what it's for. Because you can see, like that USB-C, like in the trailer, I'm at 30 seconds in the trailer. It's not like, how do I explain this? It comes out. You see how it kind of comes out? the actual port. Like they made, how to explain this? I'm trying to explain this. Like the headphone jack is flush with the console. The power and the volume are flush with the console. Those ventilations are flush with the console. The USB-C port at the top, they really go above and beyond to make it stand out. And like you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's there. They didn't like make it flush with the console. They really brought it out and made it protected with the design. So
the port, so it doesn't get fried.
yeah, I think it's for like extra like protection and durability, so it doesn't get dinked or anything. But yeah, you can see like Nintendo, like, because like imagine you're designing the console, you're trying to make it as sleek as you can. That USB-C port, there was no way around that. They had to let it come out of it. They had to make the plastic morph around it. Not the plastic, the actual like, you know, part of the console itself, the whatever thing they're using, metal whatever. And they really had made it so it like protects the USB-C at the top, which is cool. Also, nice that there's still a headphone jack. Technology nowadays does not have a headphone jack. That's
iPhones
nice.
are gone. Yeah, no.
Nice that we have a headphone jack.
We still have it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, newer devices are getting rid of those. GG.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy it has a headphone jack. It's gonna be fun. And yeah. What other ports do we have in here? Like headphone jack, the USB-C. We have the bottom. I don't think we have anything. I don't think we got a good look at the bottom. I don't think. But yeah, I think really it's just a USB-C up there. Which I'm really looking at the trailer again. Looking at that USB-C, it really stands out. One could even say that it might be a bit ugly that it stands out that much, but I think that it's for good purpose. I think Nintendo chose to do that because like it was a well requested feature. Yeah. And also right next to that is where the game card goes. The little slot. You open that up and that's where game cards pop in. So yeah. Really nice. So, you know, all the little bells and whistles are there. It's good. It's sleek. Yeah, it's just nice overall. All right, now one thing I want to talk about is probably the biggest thing of the trailer for me, the mouse. The mouse cursor sensor thingy on these new Joy-Con that they not only showed like when they did the whole like 3D model of the Joy-Con, but like they showed it in action. They put the Joy-Con down on a table, flat surface, and started sliding these Joy-Con around like their computer mice. So that was cool. Big shock to me, the fact that they confirmed it. And I mean, I guess think of it because this is the first look trailer, right? You gotta think about Nintendo's minds. They chose to show that. They didn't want to talk about that later. They chose to tease this whole, hey, here's a new way to play with the Joy-Con. Mm-hmm. Like as if it's gonna be like something they hope catches on. You know? Like they didn't focus on like, I don't know, like for example, they didn't focus on like playing with the Joy-Con sideways, like we can already do. Or they didn't focus on pressing the SL and SR buttons while holding the Joy-Con sideways. They wanted to focus on this whole mouse sensor thing that the Joy-Cons got going for them. So it's interesting. But yeah, what do we think about the mouse sensor thing? I know I showed you guys like the kind of leak thing before, and we were talking about it, but what do you think now that it's actually like official? Like the Switch 2 will have, the Switch 2 Joy-Con will have this mouse sensor. What do you guys think about that?
I'll be honest. I don't really think it looks like a mouse, even with like the mount and everything. You know, like the attachments. Like
it doesn't.
It doesn't. I don't know how it's gonna feel because you know it's literally just like a thin controller that you're just gonna drag around. I don't know.
It feels like the old attachments on your hand.
Yeah. Like imagine like taking your Switch controller that you have right now and using that as a mouse. Like I don't. Yeah, well, I feel like it might be uncomfortable.
Well, the thing for me when I first saw that mouse thing in the leaks on the Joy-Con, I was thinking, okay, you literally take that Joy-Con and put it down on the desk, and you start using it as a mouse. Seemingly, what Nintendo wants you to do is put this little attachment, this little thin thingy on. So the Joy-Con sits. The Joy-Con technically never touches the desk. It's really this attachment, and then this attachment is made with like padding to like slide around, like the little mouse skate things we have at the bottom of our mouse. So it's like that's what I think is going to be dragging on the desk. The Joy-Con won't, but that the little attachment thingy accessory thing is what's really going to drag on the desk, and they're making it so it's going to be able to slide just like our computer mice. The one thing I'm a bit iffy about, and I don't know how mouse sensor technology works, because our mouse touches the mouse pad, and that's how we get our sensitivity, and it's really responsive. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna do it.
Think our computer mice in Valorant, right? Like it works because the mouse sensor is there on your mouse pad. But if you take your Switch 2 Joy-Con, put it in this attachment, and then start sliding that around on your mouse pad, the the mouse sensor, the red light thingy, isn't actually touching the desk. It's hovering over it a little bit. I'm watching the trailer. I'm at a minute 11. Like looking at this orange Joy-Con, it seems like the I keep saying IR, mouse sensor doesn't actually touch the flat surface itself. It hovers over it. Now, mice can still work like that. You can like, if you hold your mouse right now, like, and have your fingers touch your desk and not your mouse, like, put your fingertips to touch the desk before your mouse cursor can still move a bit. It's not super responsive though. Obviously, once you fully put your mouse down on your desk, then your mouse cursor is fully responsive. That's what I'm worried about. Now, of course, Nintendo's obviously tested this out, and I assume they have it working, if they have chosen to go like this. But yeah, just interesting. I wonder how responsive a mouse sensor would be. I'm thinking FPS games, I'm thinking Call of Duty, I'm thinking Valorant, like, all these games. How would it work? Could it work? What's gonna happen? I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it'll be something taken advantage of? Or do you think it's like gonna kind of be something present for like a couple games only and not really used?
Probably be a couple games. Not all. Some are just gonna be probably the console controller regular style.
Yeah, because I'm not saying this has to be used in every game. Like, the new 3D Mario doesn't need to use this, right? The new Zelda doesn't need to use this. I'm saying
Mario Kart doesn't need this.
Yeah, Mario Kart doesn't need this. But I'm saying, like, do you think games will want to try to use this? I'm thinking FPS. Like, that's really what I'm thinking. Like, do you think Fortnite wants to add an update so it allows for this functionality? So you could start, instead of using your joystick to aim, you use your Joy-Con mouse sensor thing? Like, do you think a lot of games are going to want to take advantage of that, or no? Because if not, I don't understand what this is going to be used for. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it does come with a strap, it does come with a strap. So I'm curious to how you're gonna use it.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's true. Like, why would you put a strap on this? Why do you need to have your mouse on your desk, but then also have a strap on, like on your wrist? Like, where's it gonna go?
Like, I guess it's still. I think the attachment is also like the old one.
Yeah.
For like other games like Just Dance.
Oh wait, are you trying to say that? So you know how those attachments we have make the SL and SR buttons bigger? Are you trying to say this attachment still does that?
It probably does that.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking like that.
You wouldn't just put straps on a mouse style thing, because that would just be weird. But the fact that in the attachment it shows that there's straps makes me think that it's still gonna work like the other,
yeah, no, Frank, you're right. Oh my god, I didn't think of that. Okay, so my new thinking, based on what Frank just said, this attachment allows for you to do the mouse thing, use the mouse sensor, but it's also just the default attachment. So when you want to play with the Joy-Con sideways and press SL and SR, it also has the functionality for that as well. I did not think about it like that. So it's not that these are specifically made for the mouse sensor. This is just naturally the little attachments for the left and right Joy-Con. that you'll just use normally. So when I hand you the Joy-Con to play Mario Kart with me, you'll put this thing on. I didn't think of it like that. That is a great way to think of it. Yeah, no. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the angle because it just shows it on the floor.
Yeah.
But if you go to a minute 11 in the trailer,
yeah, that's where I am.
You see that angle, right? You see the two buttons? It's probably like
that's the groove where the SL and SR could maybe be.
Unless they've changed it so like that. I don't know. It probably works like that. Probably still makes the buttons, but it's so hard to tell.
Yeah. I'm not sure because
they've probably made the buttons thinner.
Yeah, because I know, like, from back when, like, in the trailer when they showed, like, the SL and SR buttons. SL and SR, for those of you that don't know what SL and SR are, because, like, who the hell plays with them? The Joy-Cons themselves have those two little buttons at the top. So when you take your Joy-Con controller out, there's those two buttons at the top. That's what SL and SR are. On the Switch 2, those SL and SR buttons are bigger. They are definitely bigger. Oh, Frank, you know what I just realized? Wait, I'm looking at it. I'm at 54 seconds in the trailer. You talked about those two grooves, right? In a minute 11 in the trailer? Those two grooves are there. They warp themselves around SL and SR. If you go to 54 seconds...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They probably implement it into the original controller, so it's just the mouse's attachment.
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to see if
it probably still work like it. I don't know. Depends.
Yeah.
They probably just implemented it into the actual controller.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because another thing with this attachment is the lights are also on the attachment. Accessory. Those lights to
it'll be on the actual Joy-Con itself on the older versions.
Yeah. So it hides it, but it still wants those lights to show. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll see what that ends up being. But yeah, I like your idea. I think what it really is, it's the new like wrist strap thingy, like wrist strap accessory, but it also now doubles as the thing you'll be using when you want to use the Joy-Con in mouse mode, in cursor mode, whatever it's gonna be called. But yeah, I don't know. But do you guys think any games will like really use it? Because I'm thinking FPS. I'm thinking like when Call of Duty comes out, Call of Duty's gonna try to use this mouse functionality. What do you think, Jino?
Maybe. I'm a little skeptical. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, me too. Like it's new, it's odd, and my biggest thing is I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't I think that this will feel like as responsive as the mouse cursor you and I have right now. I'm not sure. I think it'll be a bit finicky.
It does look finicky. It seems like something extra that they sort of like, put on.
Yeah.
Like I remember back when like with the DS they had like their own browser and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously like nobody really used that. We all used our actual computers or our phones.
Yeah.
But, it was something nice that was just always there. I don't think it will be used often.
Yeah, I think some games, maybe Nintendo wants to do some launch games that use it. Maybe in Mario Party, they want to have a mode where this is used. But I don't think mainline games will really try to use this. Like, every third-party dev is not going to try to use this. It'll be a niche thing that makes for some fun for, like, some games. Maybe Nintendo tries to make their own FPS genre. Or maybe they try to make it for Splatoon. I don't know. And try to use this. So yeah, I said FPS genre. I meant, like, Nintendo makes their own FPS game, like, franchise. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. It's new. I don't know how much it'll be used, but I'm excited. Like, if it works well, that'd be nice. Like, if there's a world where Call of Duty comes out to Switch 2, and you have the option to play, obviously with the controller, but also with this whole like mouse mode on the Joy-Con, and it actually works nice, that would be really cool. I won't bet on it too much. I think. Here's my point. If there's an option between playing with the joystick or playing with the mouse Joy-Con, I think the joystick is going to be the better option 9 out of 10 times. So yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then who knows when Nintendo's weird like that. We'll see if they ever want to use that. But yeah, mouse cursor, cool stuff. Anyways, next thing I want to get into, yeah, let's I'm just gonna skip. We talked about the magnetic attachment thing. One thing I saw on Twitter actually, if you go to a minute 22 in the trailer, I'll talk about this for like just a couple seconds because I saw it on Twitter. If you go to a minute 22, so you see the console inside the blue part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see that little thing that sticks out in the console? That's obviously to help the Joy-Con attach. I saw so many people, and I kind of agree with this, think, bro, that looks like it's going to be a problem. That looks like it can so easily break. That part...
if you don't put it in right, if people are going to be fidgeting around that middle part...
If you fidget around with that, if you're a kid, that looks so easy to break. Yeah. I'm worried about that. So I hope Nintendo's thought that through and that's really sturdy, because that looks like it can just snap on you. And like, and that's embedded in the console. So to repair that,
you need that whole section off pretty much.
Like, oh dude, I don't know. So I'm worried about that. Hopefully Nintendo has thought that through and like, you know, I'm going to be delicate with my console. To be honest, guys, I'm not going to lie. I still think once my Joy-Cons are magnetically attached to my Switch 2, I don't think I'm going to take them out that much, to be honest with you. Like, it'll stay docked, and I'll use the Pro Controller or something. I won't take them out too often. But yeah, that's that little thing, that little bit that sticks out of the Switch 2 console itself to attach to the Joy-Con looks really fragile, and that looks like it's gonna break if you're not careful with it, which little kids would not be careful with it. So yeah. All right. Anyways, next thing I want to talk about is probably, well, the genuine thing, though. If there was one thing that surprised me the absolute most in this trailer, it was this. Just casually teasing the new Mario Kart. Bro, let's go. New Mario Kart? Mm-hmm. What are we saying? It looks nice. I love the way Mario looks in it. I love the new character design. It looks really cute and toy-y. It's nice. And just like, I saw some people like hating on it at the beginning, saying like, bro, it looks like a Wii U game. Dog, like go to like a minute 54, for example, in this trailer. Sorry, viewers, you're not going to understand. Maybe you can have the trailer pulled up next to you, so every time I mention a timestamp, you can go to it. But like a minute 54. Look at the road. Look at like how much detail is on the road. You can see the path. You can see it. You can see the texture of the road. That's just a good sign of how good they're going to try to make this game look. The road's not just this one flat thing. Like, if there's texture on the road, imagine with the texture in the carts, in the characters. Like, there's going to be so much. So, like, you know, because obviously the big thing with this Switch 2, that's all the rumors and stuff, DLSS is going to be able to take this thing to 4K. If this Mario Kart game can run at 4K, like, that's amazing. But yeah, new Mario Kart, it has been a decade since the last Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U in 2015. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is on Switch, is a port of that 2015 Wii U game. And lo and behold, it's 2025. We just got to look at a new Mario Kart for Nintendo's new console. And it looks really fun. Like, bro, if there's a game, if there was one game they had to show, they chose the right game. It was Mario Kart. Mario Kart is the system seller. I'm so excited about it. I'm just going through the trailer here. I'm like smiling looking at this. It looks so fun. Like, look at it. The colors, it looks good. And like you can tell they worked on this game. There's a lot they did. I'll just like kind of ramble. Character redesigns. Donkey Kong looks way different than he used to in the old Mario Karts. They made him look kind of like how he does in the movie. Another cool thing, if you guys, I don't know if you two know this, in Mario Kart now, 12 racers. It's 12 racers in the Mario Kart games, right? Sometimes 8 on the DS, but on Mario Kart like Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, it's 12 racers. Apparently, people looked at this thing. They go to a minute 41, guys. You see those starting position things, those little like white bracket things?
Yeah.
There's 24 of them.
Oh.
24 racers in Mario Kart? Hello?
Yeah, it's huge.
Like, we just doubled the total number of racers in Mario Kart. That's amazing, if that's true. So, I mean, I feel like that would be reserved for, like, online play. Imagine 24 people in Mario Kart and getting hit by a blue shell. Bro, that would be crazy. But yeah, it looks good. Good job, Nintendo. Great. Like, I saw people were upset about this trailer because it's like, oh no, they didn't show games. Bro, they showed one game, and it is the best game they could have shown. Mario Kart. I don't know what's Mario Kart 9, Mario Kart 10, who knows? But the new Mario Kart, it looks nice. Characters, the carts, the personality, and little thing I noticed, bro, the animation in this is nice. There's a part here where like Mario hits a bump, and you can see him go like, ooh, like oh, I just bumped into something. Like his facial expression is like he reacts to it. And like when he's doing a drift, he looks all mean and scared, like, okay, yeah, I'm drifting. Like the personality. It's there. It looks nice, and I like it. Like Nintendo's cooking on this game, and I'm so excited for it. Mario Kart, new Mario Kart for the Switch 2. Hopefully a launch title. I mean, I'm assuming it will be a launch title if they chose to show it here. But yeah, so excited. New Mario Kart. We're all playing that. You already know. Well, you guys got to get Switch 2s as well then. Yeah. But yeah. What do you guys think of the new Mario Kart? Any impressions? What do you guys think?
It looks sick.
Yeah, it looks clean. It looks much more like, like a PC game now.
Which is good. Really good. I think a lot of Nintendo games are really going to benefit like from what this console is going to be capable of, which is nice. Yeah, like getting like PC level like graphics on a Nintendo console, I know. Yeah. It's gonna be good, and look, that's raw. We're not talking about NVIDIA DLSS yet. That hasn't kicked in yet. Like, I'm sure in April, we'll get more about NVIDIA DLSS and like the ability for it to boost the FPS, boost the visual quality. So that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, let's talk about that April 2nd thing, because at the end of this trailer, number one, they said 2025, so let's go. It's not 2026. It's definitely this year. Let's go. But
Switch
they said
2 before GTA 6.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think yes. But yeah, we got Nintendo Direct solely focused on the Nintendo Switch 2 happening April 2nd, 2025. What day is that of the week? I didn't actually look that up. April 2nd is a Wednesday. Interesting. Cool. So free your calendars, guys. We're reacting to that probably. Yeah. But yeah, direct focus on the Nintendo Switch 2 in April. What is it going to go over? I feel like it's too early to really tell. I think they'll kind of do a whole like overview of everything. Again, like a big hands-on look, and like games, like that's when they're going to show more of this Mario Kart, maybe the 3D Mario, maybe like, yo, we're proud to announce Ocarina of Time 4K, stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think if they didn't show this here, I can see how this trailer would have been a letdown. But it's a first look, and the big blowout happens in April, which is what I'm really excited about.
Yes, sir.
So what are you guys hoping to see in April? Assuming like we're getting this today, we're not going to hear about Switch 2 again until April. So what are you guys hoping to see at this Nintendo Direct in April? Focused on the Switch 2. What are you guys saying?
Hard to tell, but definitely more games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's for sure.
For sure, new
I'm waiting for Gacha. More Gacha on Switch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get a lot of Genshin, all the Hoyo games. Yeah. I think it'll happen. Here, can I Google that real quick?
2K.
I wonder if that's happening. Genshin Switch 2. Has someone said anything? Nintendo Switch 2 has to keep its promise to Genshin Impact fans. One possible Switch 2 launch title is a no-brainer, Genshin Impact. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Google that now. Yeah, I think Genshin definitely will. Like, it can handle it, and it's a good fan base for it as well. A lot of Nintendo gamers will definitely be playing Genshin on Switch too.
I'm hoping for it, but I'm not holding out on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Genuinely, like, I'm not even like genuinely, I think it will. Genshin
like, I know it's
a lot.
fully possible now.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't know because like it's been so long. You know?
Yeah. But Genshin still gets updates and stuff, right?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll come out 100%. Lock it in.
Well,
that's coming out.
All right. I guess we'll see on April 2nd.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think a lot of third parties and stuff will be there. Like, who knows? Like, I've seen rumors about like Red Dead Redemption 2 for launch. Elden Ring, they can get working on this. Like,
that's insane.
That'd be cool. Like, if that's there in April, like, imagine this. You get your new Mario, you get Mario Kart, you get some new Zelda, but then you're also getting Elden Ring, Red Dead 2 ports, Genshin. That's gonna be massive. Jesus.
That'll be huge.
Like that, and that's what I'm hoping this is. Like, the fact that they're gonna straight up pre-announce this now and say it is full on a direct dedicated to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 1, get out of here. This is about Nintendo Switch 2. Like, that's got me excited. And I think that's also when we're gonna find out the hard release date of the console. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very exciting. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that direct in April 2nd. Games we want to see, obviously Mario Kart, and then also like whatever's gonna be the big holiday or other launch game, would be really nice as well. But you know, there's no telling. Hopefully some good ports. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of third party support. I think what I want out April 2nd. What I want to leave April 2nd with is like, all right, third-party developers are going to support this. Like, Rockstar is going to support this. Hoyoverse is going to support this. Bro, imagine April 2nd, we get confirmation that GTA 6 will come to this. Holy, bro, that'd be crazy.
GTA 6 on the Switch. That would be
crazy if that happens. But yeah. Like, also I think April 2nd will also get a bit of a release date for the we'll get a hard set in stone like release date of the console, which kind of brings me to that point. When do you guys think the Switch 2 is gonna come out? Release. Like, when can you line up outside of stores and get this? What are you guys saying? With this information the reveal today, and yeah. What do you guys think?
Probably May or June.
May or June.
Okay. I was thinking a little later.
What?
Like November? Yeah.
November? Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, here, listen. I am really biased, right? Because I followed leaks, and apparently this console has been delayed a ton of times. It was supposed to be out in 2024. Like, it was supposed to be out like for holiday 2024. Yeah. The trailer we just got, we should have apparently gotten March of 2024. Allegedly. So that's why I'm like mad, because it's like I do not want to wait too long. Now, this Nintendo Direct is April 2nd. So we have to put a couple months after that, right? So I really hope Jino's wrong, and I hope it's not November. I hope it's before then.
That's fair. Yeah.
I hope we're looking at the earliest end of June, beginning of July, and the latest is like end of August. That's what I'm hoping. Because yeah, it's just been so long, because I don't want a majority of the calendar year of 2025 to be, you guys still gotta play on your rinky-dink Switches, bro. Like, no Switch 2 yet. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's possible. Like, keep in mind with Switch 1, we got the initial reveal trailer in October 2016. We got a big blowout January presentation. At January 2017 with a big presentation where they had it on stage and talked about games. So it is January now. We got the first look. It's April. We're gonna get the big blowout direct. And then Switch 1 came out March, right? So January, February, March. April, May, June. I generally think June, July could happen. I'm going to say July to be safe. I'm gonna say like mid to the end of July is when I'm predicting this. Now, of course, I want it before, and I really don't want it. Like, if this comes out October, November, I'm just gonna be a bit mad because it's like, ugh, like the whole year is still Nintendo Switch. Like, I want to get onto the Switch 2 as soon as I can. So yeah, we'll see. But until then, we got a lot to look forward to. I'm sure a lot of third-party developers are gonna like come out of the woodworks now and be like, yeah, we're announcing our game for Switch 2. The Switch 2 logo is now publicly there. It is available. Third-party developers can release game trailers and put the Nintendo Switch 2 logo at the bottom. Yooka-Laylee, that game, I can't remember when it was announced, but at the end they had like, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, SX, and then they just had Nintendo's logo and put 2 eyeball emojis above it. That's what they did. They put Nintendo and put 2 eyeball emojis. And they didn't say anything. They were like, ooh, we're being cheeky. We can't say anything. Now they have the Switch 2 logo. The Switch 2 is real. You can, as a game dev, say your game is going to come to Nintendo Switch 2. So that's really nice. So yeah. But yeah, final thoughts as we wrap up this podcast. What are you guys saying? How excited are you? What are you looking forward to? Switch 2 is real. What are we feeling? What are we saying?
What is game potential? I'm curious about the specs.
The specs. Yeah. Which I think we'll also find out more about April 2nd. I think April 2nd's Direct is going to be...
like the graphics card or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think April's kind of a bit of a long wait for me, kind of. But yeah, I hope, we get information as soon as we can. Obviously, the April 2nd is generally the next time I think we're hearing about this. But I hope out of April 2nd we hear everything we need to hear. Yeah, like, that's kind of my hope.
Yeah. Sure.
After April 2nd, there should be no more questions. Like, all right, you either want it or you're going to pass. Like, that decision will be made by the end of April 2nd. So, yeah. But, guys, yeah, I'm so excited. Like, bro. Gino, are you excited for this console?
I'm excited.
Gino's more excited for me to get this console so I can give him my Switch. That's what he's excited about. But, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm definitely getting this, like, as soon as I can, by the way, guys. Like... Switch came out 2017. I did not get Nintendo Switch at launch because I was like, well, the Wii U flopped. I hope Switch doesn't do that. And then I waited and I waited. And then they announced Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I was like, all right, lock in. We're getting a Nintendo Switch. So I got my Switch December 2019. I'm not waiting this time. I'm getting this thing. It's coming out this year. I'm getting it this year. I'm going to get a Switch 2 in 2025. Mark my words. How much do you think it's going to cost? We didn't talk about that. What do you think?
Well, the OLED was what? 400?
Canadian. We're talking Canadian dollars here, chat.
Yeah, Canadian.
So
400 is pretty good. Damn.
I forgot how much
for the OLED. Let's see, OLED. Switch OLED.
I forgot how much it was.
Let me see. Canada. Yeah. Well, that's with Mario Kart. Yeah, 400 is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, special editions. 400 or 450? I'm trying to find, where do I... Here on Best Buy, Nintendo Switch OLED, just the console itself, no special edition, is $449. So it's $450.
Okay.
So that if the OLED was $450 Canadian, what are we thinking Switch 2 is going to be at launch price? I'm going to say... Yeah, I'm going to say $499.
$499?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to say it's $500. If Nintendo's a legend, which they won't do this, every Switch right now gets a price cut, and then this launches for $449. That would be amazing. But I don't think they're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in like 500 Canadian though. So $499.99 Canadian dollars. I'll convert that to US if you are listening from the US. So yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, I'm so excited, guys. Like, these two know me. I talk about this all the time, and it all has led up to this day. Like, I talk Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2. I don't shut up about it, and it led to this day. And honestly, I'm just really happy to be sharing this reveal with you two. Have friends, share it with, get hype with. It's been fun. And that's been the most fun thing about this reveal, just seeing it, talking about it with you guys, seeing it and getting hype, and yeah, it's been fun. But yeah, I'm excited for Switch 2. I'm gonna get it launched. Can't wait for more information. It's real. The One Piece is real.
The One Piece.
Let's go.
One Piece is real.
Let's go. The Switch 2 is real. I'm so excited, guys. And yeah,
finally.
Hopefully other colors. I want to see if there's other colors. If not, I'm totally fine with this. This looks sleek. But if there's a all white, if there's a white and that's like the orange part sticks out, and the blue part sticks out, but it's all white instead of black, I will get that one. But yeah. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap things up for this podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're so hyped for Switch 2. We'll be back. Probably with another podcast, just on usual regular Wolfgang podcast at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Get hyped for Switch 2. It's real. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the console? What are you hyped for? We'd love to have a discussion with you guys down in the comments. But yeah, that's all from us, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.